it's not about what you have. It's about how you know how to use it, maximize it. And like my brother Maxim said, it has to be built as a business. And guys, I'm telling you, it's like with this whole COVID, I was working, assisting with the SBA. I was assisting with a lot of different things. A lot of people made a lot of different money. It was definitely a big advantage for me. But, I didn't sit back and become a victim. I approached it with saying, okay, what do I know? How can I help? And when you wake up again, and I say this, guys, if you can serve, say, how many people can I serve, opposed to how much money I can serve instead of making money, you'll be more valuable out there because people can see straight through BS, guys. They see it because we done been through enough. It doesn't work that way anymore. You understand? Yes. So the relationships and your integrity, you'll never run out of resources and monies and different opportunities because you're standing on what's something that's real, guys. This paper stuff, it's cool, but it's getting to really be incredible and taking about our ownership from a DNA's perspective. And then it can get on how you're going to look as a business, guys. And I love this conversation because they put so many different components together to make it work, right? And so with that being said, guys, I had just took a trip. I just got back from the border of Mexico, right? And, I went into a city. I had relationships there. I was doing corporate ticketing down there in Brownsville and all down on the, in that area of San Antonio and all that area. But when I went down there this time with the financial information, sat down, with someone that was, I mean, the guy had like, I don't know, maybe it was like maybe 12, 13 banks in the area that he pretty much was, the major guy in that bank. He had venues, a mall, all kinds of stuff. At the end of the day, guys, I went down there to solve a problem. I didn't go down there saying I knew everything, but we took time, we ate dinner, and we saw how can we help one another. Now, this guy was Mexican, 100%. Not that I'm race conscious now, but we're coming from two different cultures to come together to solve a problem. Mm-hmm. And he opened the door and says, hey, Marv, right now, I have database of probably about 500,000 people coming through my banks, man. Let's talk. And I'm saying to myself, hey, at the end of the day, guys, listening to my guest today, I want you guys to tell us, what does it take out here to see it from a bigger scale? Their environment, the people that we're talking to, the music we're listening to. I mean, the things that's in our culture. I mean, believe me, I'm a hip hop head. I love hip hop. Don't get it twisted. I love everything about our culture, but everything is not good. And a lot of things are leading to destruction. But at the end of the day, what keeps people propelled to take it to the next level? And you guys been married and have a very successful business relationship, marriage. What does it take in our culture to get to this next level? Is it just a mindset or what is it?
So the word decision is a military term. Mm-hmm. Incision is to cut into something. All right. Like when you were in the lab in high school and they said, yeah, cut into that. Decision means to cut away. Wow. And what that means is you've got to decide what is good in your life and what is bad in your life. Right. Cut away those things that are bad in your life and focus on the vision. Everybody has a dream. Everyone has a vision, something that they aspire to. Mm-hmm. And so whatever that vision is that you aspire to, that thing that you admire the most, whatever you're passionate about, that thing that, if you were a rich man or woman, you would do it 24/7 and you wouldn't care about the money. That's called passion. Okay. Passion. Yeah, that's called passion. So that's why we teach that. The first thing we teach before we get into budgeting and money and finance and investing, we start talking about what is it that you're here to do. So we invite people to take a free course. Go to mytraps.org mytraps.org. Take a
Yep.
free course about you. Your
Right.
unique social DNA is what we call it. You got a physical DNA, makes you look like you look. You can't help
Right.
that.
Right.
But your social DNA, this is everything you've learned since you were a little girl, every experience that you went through, like my wife went through. I was blinded when I was a teenager. Accident, it was a sports accident. I was temporarily blinded. But all of these things that happen to you that are so-called negative can empower you to be the solution to someone else's need. And you hit it right on the head, Marvin, when you said, listen, you are here to solve a problem. Find out what you're good at, what problem you can help solve, and that is the road to your success.
Oh man, man! I don't know if I should have had y'all on here yesterday or today or both. This is like this is the, I tell you, and I'm gonna say this, guys, not just because y'all, on the podcast right here. This is probably the most empowering podcast I've had thus far.
Oh, wow. That's
First, yeah, I have to put that out as to be one, a couple like-minded people, and what you're conveying and what you're standing for. I just have to still give you guys kudos for that. Really, this is big.
that's yes, absolutely. I appreciate that greatly. One of the things, you just piggybacking off of that, I could have took not being able to walk. What I do, Marvin, just so you know, I look for roles and I ask God for roles for that allows me to use what I went through to show it, so that it's not fake, it's not phony, it's not pretentious. It's just comes from me.
Right.
And I did not know that my husband would write a role that would just hit me to the core. Madam Clyde of Lords of LA is educated, wise. She's Kamala Harris. I think that's She does not play, So and all of this is built on finances. Lords of LA sounds like it's from the streets. It sounds like it's a slang, but it's all built about and around economics. And so just the fact of us taking all of the things that we went through and the knowledge that we have, and we're saying, hey, I'm still chasing Hollywood, and and my husband sees I'm extremely passionate about it. He said, here, honey, just read this. I end up reading this script and was just blown away that, first of all, he wrote it. and that, like, wow, God, okay, is it my husband that's going to put me on the map?
Wow.
It's called teamwork. Red Fields is teamwork. Her name is Redette, so that's the red part. Fields, my last name, Red Fields. That's our media company. But you know what? We didn't always start out like this. It was rough. We were broke. We had money. We had properties paid for, cars paid
lots
for.
Lots of money.
Anything that you could think of, we went broke. Okay.
And we went lots of broke.
When I say broke, I'm broke. Okay. We was living in hotels because we lost our house, we lost our cars, we lost all that because we did not apply what I already knew was the truth. So you've got to find the truth in you. You've got to apply the truth. And that means cut through all the bull.
Yeah, right.
Cut through all the games. Don't expect anyone to give you anything.
Right.
Find out the truth of who you are, what you are, why you are, and then go to work. We use this term, PIE. It's persistent, intelligent effort. That means that you're going to persist in what you know is right and true. It is going to be intelligent, meaning that if it doesn't work one way, you're going to work it another way. And effort, get up every day and work the truth. And if you do that, you will get where you need to be.
That is awesome right there, man. And I'm pushing this whole 2021 And of course, Maxim, we have so much more conversation that we have to talk about. But I'm really felt that Spirit God has me pushing in this towards our younger generation and the
Yes.
people coming up, because things are changing like
Yeah, in
all
fact,
over,
yeah,
and not having this type of information. What my brother Maxim is saying and putting out here to you guys, y'all. I mean, listen, this stuff literally saved my life, guys. Like I said on mine, been in the military, went to Desert Storm, made 2 trips, went in at 17. I had to get my mom and dad to sign for it. I had to find my dad because he was in the streets. So I was underage. So I had to get them to sign. So I was a little bit of trying to make an escape from dysfunctionality, went into more things that was a little bit troublesome because the government gives you the government. And, so with that, I had to come out here and really figure this thing out. But what I had to learn is you have to own your stuff. Your journey is your journey. Yeah, people gonna pat you on the back. Oh, that's a nice story. But I'm gonna tell you something. You guys got to wake up and understand. Move your feet towards, like the brother said, make a decision to either it's going to be this or it's going to be that, right? And so the thing is I'm pushing entrepreneurship. I know that doesn't fit well with everybody, but at the end of the day, if you're in your passion and you're living in your purpose, you have uh, my platform, you have Maxim platform. We're going to put that back up there, and let's we're there are people that will show up, guys, if you
Yes.
live in your purpose. I'm telling you,
Yes.
people, places, and things will show up for your better good, and you'll
Yes.
be like, whoa, and
Yes.
don't move based on how much money you move without the money.
Yes.
Move like you already have the money. Then that's when the money shows up. It's a frequency, guys.
Yes.
You'll be patting your pockets, man. Hey, man, listen, when I didn't have any money, I was back home living in mom's couch for the second time, right? In my late 30s. And I'm not saying this in an egoic way, but then in the next 2 to 3 years, I went out and just stayed focused, started reading my books, moved up to Lake Norman, living on the lake, all this other kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, Marvin, how did you do that? I'm like, well, dude, I just stopped doing what me and you used to do. You know, you know, you know,